What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. And as the weeks go by, we're beginning to learn what are more of the dynamics that played out between Porzingis and the New York Knicks front office, as the Knicks were long shopping Porzingis off to other teams way before they had their final meeting, and they even had a deal on the table the day prior to them having that final meeting. They were just waiting for KP to give his final consent that he no longer wanted to be part of the team. Now, surprisingly, we're learning what the Knicks were offering KP to other teams for, and it's very surprising and it's very telling of what, our front office thought of KP and what other teams' front offices thought of him. Now, the Knicks offered KP for Donovan Mitchell up in Utah, and that trade was rejected. Now, it could have been possibly rejected because the Knicks were trying to tie the bad contracts of Courtney Lee and Tim Hardaway Jr. It could be a number of things. Donovan Mitchell has shown and proven that he can take over during a playoff game and, go up to another level to bring his team on to a different round. The major issue here is the Knicks trying to trade KP for De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox struggled a lot his rookie year, and now this year, his sophomore year, he's shown his potential. He's playing a lot better, but he's still a small point guard. He's about 175 pounds. We're talking about Kristaps Porzingis here. He's over 7 feet. He can shoot threes. He can get blocks, rebounds. He's very agile, very mobile. He actually fits in with today's NBA, the way it's played. And for Sacramento to reject the trade, to give up a small slashing point guard, which is not as hard to find, is very telling. The thing is, we've seen guys the same size as KP at the power forward position lead their team into championships. But it's very rare in the NBA have you seen a guy De'Aaron Fox's size to lead his team into a championship. The values, unfortunately, don't add up. Either Vlade Divac over there in Sacramento don't know what they're doing, or maybe they don't think KP is it. And the same thing for the Knicks front office to even offer that type of trade, because De'Aaron Fox is not leading a team, deep into a playoffs without another dynamic player. Now here in New York, we all love KP. He was drafted by us. He's homegrown. We all thought he had potential to be a superstar that can lead us deep in the playoffs. But unfortunately, things ran its course. The only thing now is it'll be nice to hear his side of the story. Mark Berman from the New York Post actually traveled down to Dallas in KP's debut press conference with the Mavericks. And Berman, unfortunately, he was shied away from asking certain questions. He was even booed, and he tried to ask a second question, and he was sort of skipped over.
He's always in a New York.
Oh, man.
Really?
Mark Berman, New York Post. Hi, Chris. Did you ask to be traded? And if so, why did you want a fresh start?
And KP, this is Dallas. You can say, nah, we're not going to answer that.
Boo. Why did you feel that you needed a fresh start and wanted out of New York?
How you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Right now, the situation is what it is. I would rather just focus on what's ahead of me than, looking back and there might be a time when I go into more detail about that situation, but right now I just want to focus on my new team, on the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. One question per customer.
Yeah. Next.
Moving on.
Next. Go ahead, Brad.
Now, hopefully in due time, KP does, release his side of the story. But, the Knicks front office continued to leak out their side of the story, as one person even told the Daily News that they did not believe Porzingis is a franchise star, and they had valid reasons because he was coming off the ACL surgery and he struggled to stay on the court previously because of other injuries. And also in the second half of most of his seasons there, he began to fade away. So they did not believe that he can carry a workload night in, night out for over an 80 game season. But like I said, it's very telling for what the front office was offering KP for. De'Aaron Fox is definitely not a good deal. Sacramento would have to throw in draft picks, and they would have to take on some of our debt for that even to work. But those details are very minimum, were leaked out. But of course, they try to get Anthony Davis also. New Orleans rejected. KP right now, he's still unproven. But right now, that's Mark Cuban's gamble. But you guys let me know what you think, and you guys stay safe. Peace.